Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Spike 60. 52 blue. Like 22. He's coming. 22's coming. Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Rush in. Rush in.
Go pink.
Nice 57. 57.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Buccaneers had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mond. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Mond flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mond. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Hall to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now Wilson on first down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mike 22, Mike 22. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Ready. They go play action here. Mond. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's baby stop.
Red, cycle.
22, mark 22.
Set, go.
Mon looks to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kellen Mond, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mond going to throw it. Flush to his right. Well, Mond fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Mond. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10 and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
On the double.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. On the outside, he finds Hutton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Let's go. Yellow. Ready.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead is up to 8. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
65 yards.
and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Wilson going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Mon now off of play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mon fumbles it.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 35 yards.
And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Next to score, Jets, 28, Buccaneers.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, here's Mond. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Devin White giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Succop's kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen